Give us a sense of these retail stores, because they're such different stories. You have Walmart really on the upside, and you have JCPenney on the downside.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to execution, because we know we have this pretty strong consumer backdrop right now. People are feeling good and are willing to open their wallets, and Walmart was able to draft off of that, and JCPenney was not. You look at these Walmart numbers, and the strength was really broad-based. E-commerce growth was 40%, a solid performance, and then traffic was up 2.2%. Basket was up 2.3%, suggesting that when people come into their stores, they're buying more stuff. JCPenney, on the other hand, is just having to clear all this inventory because they don't have attractive merchandise right now, and they're suffering the consequences of that.
Yeah, now in fairness, there were a couple other people that seem to be executing as well. Those are Home Depot and, as I say, Nordstrom, smaller retailer, but still they performed well with both their full price and their discount lines.
Yes, and I think it was particularly important that we saw this resurgence in Nordstrom Rack this quarter. They had had an anemic performance in the first quarter and bounced back with strong 4% comparable sales growth. And look, off-price is where all the action is in the apparel business right now. TJX, Ross stores, these are some of the best performers. They're taking market share away from traditional department stores. So the fact that Rack was able to get a piece of that in this quarter was a good sign for Nordstrom and its long-term future.
This story usually is about Amazon. I'm going to bring in a chart that says the story could be about other companies as well. If you come inside the Bloomberg, the white line is the SPDR retail ETF, so the XRT, and the yellow line is the S&P ETF. So in general, retail is actually outperforming a broader market, and Amazon's only 1.3% of the XRT. So, Shannon, what are the opportunities in retail?
So I think if you go back to the narrative last year, this is exactly what we were talking about. There, regular quote unquote retail was dead. Amazon was going to take over all of our shopping experiences. So I think what we're seeing now is that we're seeing, companies really think about what ways they can compete in a global environment. Walmart's a great example, right? They have a distribution network through their stores that allows them to do perishables and really compete, especially with Amazon in that space. Ross stores is another great example. They're not trying to compete with Amazon. They're trying to create a differentiated shopping experience for consumers. So I think that, this theory that retail is dead, I think that retailers need to work a little bit harder and fine tune their go-to-market strategy for consumers in this day and age, because if it's not an effective strategy, we will go online to buy what we need.